Welcome everybody. I don't know why that entry stutters or whatever. That's just weird. But anyway, my goal for this video is 10 minutes. I'm going to watch that clock and I'm going to try to abide by that. My goal is not to have a long drawn out thing. There's not a lot of comments to go through. But there's some real big breakthroughs happening in the Dreambot. You thought yesterday, well, wait, 2 days ago and yesterday was big. Wait until today. This is incredible. They're really incredible. One thing that I'd like to get out before I forget. So I had two basic agendas. Number one, some of YouTube algorithm. I want to check with the audience. You guys are around YouTube. I want to know if you go to the homepage on your main wall or main, kind of like the front page of YouTube, what kind of theme, like you have to give it a theme of what YouTube is recommending to you, because last week for me, it was police chases. And I am not watching videos of police chases. And so that was kind of weird. And I thought, well, YouTube is trying to get me to be afraid of the police, for example. I thought that was the theme, and it was all week. This week, drastically different. This week, it's bunch of pets, bunch of animals. And I'm like, I never watch animal videos. So I'm like, this is obviously, it's not me. I don't know why that my recommendations or the videos that I'm liking and watching and subscribing to, why would that come to animals? But it's almost like the theme is, the fuzzy things. It's fuzzy. It's all this, oh, haha, love and everything. I don't know. I don't know if YouTube's got some sort of agenda. I was wanting to kind of compare the different walls. All right. So in the comments below, if you see a definite theme at any time the surf report's out, from now on, please report that down below in the comment section, because I want to compare my wall with other people's walls and see if it's like a collective influence, if you will. All right. Second thing now, second and that was the wrong thing. All right, 2 minutes in. Good. This is just the summary slide. Instead of putting up that same summary slide, I thought I'd remind you of what the astrological alignments are. It's a lot of squares, folks, and it's Mercury square. And so the collective unconscious should be looking at all the obstacles and all the suffering. And normally the collective unconscious is right along with this, with the astrology. All right, so now time for the Dreambot. This is the 24th, and I'm going to do something different here too. I'm just going to zoom in like this manually so we can get really big. All right, so the 24th, and linguistic set number 1, promised gold. Now, if you include the word pills in there, promised gold pills. Now that could certainly be in there, and that would be a very negative thing, in my opinion. But you could also interpret it as very healthy. Promised gold pills could be the cure for COVID-19 might be coming out. X22 report says, hey, the cure is already here. He thinks it's, I think it's Dave. He thinks it's already hydroxychloroquine or whatever that thing is. But you also have to use zinc. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Linguistic set number 2. Well, so promised gold could also be the Federal Reserve or Trump offering all these amenities or free money and all that kind of stuff, all that jazz. I'm not putting a lot of emphasis on there, but promised gold is to me very significant for if you compare it to the rest of the run. Okay, so in context, I think it's very important. Promised gold, because after the awakening, what happens next? I think we enter into a golden era. All right, that's why I did not include pills in there, but you could easily include that. I would not fault you for doing that. Linguistic set number 2. And the reason why this is in red is because it matches all these words in here match the meme of linguistic set number 2. Dreaming, unfamiliar, imaginary, unknown. Now I put annoyed in there because when change happens, it can be annoying. Going somewhere. So here it is. looking at the red arrows, awakening, beginning, changing. These are big, big words that are very commensurate. And you know how drastically different the runs are from 2 days ago to yesterday to today? Drastically different. Now, a lot of times these words can get stuck in the Dreambot runs. We're not seeing that. We're seeing completely new words, brand new memes. This one is change, metamorphosis, transition, but the key on that is awakening and beginning. Linguistic set number 3 says, ship, awakening universe, beginning years, often, probably, story, skip through, changing. Now, the term skip through, and you can shorten this linguistic set to just ship, awakening, universe, beginning. Now, it might take years. That's the unfortunate part of this. The awakening might be a process. I included all of this because the word changing in there, and skip through can be read a couple different things. You know, we might be skipping through the CD. We might be skipping through the song. But in this case, I think it's skipping through as in we're skipping through the daisies, as in we're really happy. This is a happy time. The only like somewhat negative word is the annoyed thing. And this thing called homeostasis is a real thing, particularly, and I am watching the clock, in family therapy. Homeostasis is a big word because it means that as dysfunctional as the family system might be, homeostasis means that people are going to reject and are going to block and resist beneficial change. And so you see that in like addictions counseling and any sort of like anger outburst and anger management kind of issues inside the family unit. And so I don't think that annoyed is all that bad of a word considering all this change that's happening in the Dreambot run. So anyway, guys and gals, this is an exciting run, even more exciting than the last 2 runs. The last 2 were out of this world. This is exactly what I think the Q movement is waiting for. Awakening, universe, beginning. Absolutely amazing. All right. 7 minutes, 8 minutes, working on 8 minutes. If you can, please. Now, I hate advertising and I hate marketing myself, but I see that these people who have extremely high subscriber rates are very negative, and it's not like I want to compete with them, but they do need to hear these messages of positivity, particularly when it comes to the collective unconscious. I know this is ahead of most people and kind of the materialistic thing that a lot of people are still stuck in, and the negativity and the fear and the fear porn coming from mass media. It's heavy and it's addictive. And so, not that I don't put out any fear, I put out truth of where we are. I put out the barometer of the collective unconscious. And so the more the merrier. But I do that, seek your truth, seek your heart, and whether or not it's right to share. Okay. Let's do it that way. I don't want to tell you to like and subscribe and share. I see everybody else doing it. It works for them. I don't like doing that because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you, the viewer, to know what the collective unconscious is doing, but also the major influence, so that you can capture the best of what this world has to offer in terms of what energies are available right now. That's what the National Dream Center is doing. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.